the holidays fast approaching, so a lot of your favorite serial thriller and mystery writers have new books that have just come out. And in the last few days, we've received 3 cartons of books. We have over 30 new books that are in various stages of getting ready to be on the shelves, waiting for you to come snatch them up and enjoy them. So right now, I'd like to tell you about some of the new fiction that we have. In terms of the thrillers and mysteries, we have the new Jo Nesbø, the Norwegian writer, The Kingdom. If you enjoy that dark Scandinavian thriller mystery, this is for you. We also have David Baldacci's latest, Daylight. I know a number of you have been waiting for that. We have a new Val McDermott, Still Life. And we have a new Stewart Woods, Shake Up. We also have some historical fiction for you from one of my favorite historical writers. That is Robert Harris, V2, a novel of World War II, ready and waiting for you. I've always enjoyed his work. And in terms of literary fiction, I have a number of great things. At the end of the week and the beginning of next week, we are going to find out who won the Booker Prize and who won the National Book Award in this country. So we have a number of those nominees that have been out for a while. A few of them we just got in. And we also have some other things for you. Sugibane by Douglas Stewart. He is a Scottish writer. This was shortlisted for both the National Book Award and the Booker Prize. And it's apparently a very tragic but beautiful story about a young boy in Scotland being raised by an alcoholic mother, and it's received a lot of attention. Again, that's Sugibane by Douglas Stewart. Some other great new, more literary things we have for you. We have Phil Clay's new book, Missionaries, about the U.S. involvement in the drug wars in Colombia. And he is the author of a number of books, including one that won the National Book Award and the National Book Circle's Critic Award for his debut work, which was Redeployment. So he's someone to watch out for. And we also have Don DeLillo's new The Silence, a very quick but substantial read, as I understand it. He finished this book just days before the pandemic hit the United States last end of winter, beginning of spring. And it deals with a different sort of catastrophic event and the aftermath at a dinner party. Been a lot of talk about this book. And I think a number of you may have read a Japanese novel last year called Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Morata, and this is her new book, Earthlings. She's a little bit out there, but really interesting work. And this is a book about a woman who believes that she's actually an alien. So if you're interested in translated fiction and Asian fiction, this one is for you. I know a lot of people did enjoy Convenience Store Woman. And now I would like to make a plug for a book that I read a couple of days ago over the weekend on Saturday. It's been a while since I've had the time to just devote the day to a book, and that's what I did. And I grabbed 3 on my way out on Friday evening, not sure what was gonna speak to me the next day, but I picked this one, and I certainly don't regret it. It's called Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam, and it is his third novel. I had never heard of him before, I have to admit, and wow, what a great read this was. It is sort of a disaster novel, sort of a speculative fiction novel. It is a story about families. It's a story about trust and relationships. It's a story about preconceived notions we have of one another and how they're often wrong. And what happens in the course of a few days in this fast-reading but beautifully written novel, a family from Carroll Gardens in Brooklyn is heading out the BQE to go to an Airbnb house that they have rented for a vacation in late August. And they're heading out to the end of Long Island in an unnamed town, and they are renting a house that's very secluded, very rural, and they arrive. They have a day and a half of lovely vacation. They go to the beach. They enjoy swimming in the pool. They enjoy hanging out as a family of four. They're two teenagers. And the second night they're there, there's a knock on the door, and an older couple is there. And they claim to be the owners of the house, and they have just fled Manhattan, which is apparently in the midst of a citywide blackout. And the cell phones have stopped working everywhere. The electricity is working, but there's no cable or satellite to the television, and the landline is down. So there is no way for the family to ascertain whether these people are telling them the truth or not. There's a twist on the story in that the renters are a white family, and the owners, the purported owners of the house, are an older African-American couple. And what ensues is a really interesting, spellbinding book. It's not your typical disaster sort of novel. It's sort of a slow-burning, steady tension that you feel in this book. You won't necessarily feel better at the end of this book about the world and climate change and threats to our country and threats to the world, but you will have enjoyed a few hours with a really interesting book. So very thought-provoking in many ways. So I recommend it highly. Again, Leave the World Behind. I brought it back. It's in quarantine for a couple days, and then it's yours. So I hope you'll come in and enjoy some of these books, and we hope to see you soon. Stay well. Bye-bye.